guys, good evening. How are you all? I hope you guys can hear me. Let's just check that first. Yeah, we're live. Cool. Hi Lisa, how are you? So hi everyone. Today we have a very special guest with us, one of my college juniors from NLIU Bhopal, Akshay. So today we'll be doing this session talking about law school and jobs after law school and corporate sector after law school and how to get into a law school, whether law school matters or not, all of that. Before that, let's just hear some words from Akshay about himself. So Akshay, please आप अपने आप को introduce करा दीजिए.
Yeah, hi everyone. First of all, thank you, Kriti ma'am, for having me on this channel. Thank you so much. Secondly, something about me, as you all know, my name is Akshay, and I am basically from Delhi. I did my law from NLIU Bhopal from year 2015 to 2020. And when I was there during my fourth year, I secured a placement at Luthra and Luthra law offices. After my college, I worked at Luthra for around 8 or 9 months. And while I was there at the Luthra, there was a split in the law firm. And the new law firm was formed with name Saraf and Partners. So my team happened to join that newly formed law firm, Saraf Partners. I worked at Saraf for around 8-9 more months. So last year in June 2022, I appeared for CLAT PG, and I got the opportunity to do my Masters of Law from National Law School of India, University, Bangalore. Now I have completed my Masters of Law, and I am currently teaching as lecturer at IIM Rohtak. That's my me and my professional being. And something outside that, I would say I like listening to music, and I also like to. I also like a number of sports. I like playing cricket. I love watching tennis. I love watching tennis, and I also like to play badminton. So yeah, that's exactly how I wrote it.
That's amazing. I am really glad that you got time from law school to pursue your hobbies as well, because as far as I remember, we didn't have that, like all of us. But anyway, so guys, you can ask your questions in the question tab, all your questions that you have regarding your preparation or after law school and anything. Tab tak, let us just have a discussion. So Akshay, you were a dropper. Do you want to like take a stand on that, how your journey was? Why did you decide law? So first of all, we can talk about why did you decide law? Like, what was the driving force to get into the law field?
Okay. So I will tell you too. I actually remember the exact moment as to when I decided to go for law. Right. So little before that, when I was in my 10th standard and I wanted to choose which stream I should opt for, medical, science, arts, etc. So I already have a doctor in my family who's my uncle, right? Who is, I think, the closest to me. So I had that option. Like if I go for medical, I already have a doctor at home. The path can be a little easier for me. So I took medical as well as non-medical combined science in my 11th and 12th. By the time I had completed my 12th, I realized that medicine is not my thing, right? I wouldn't like to go for that. So I wanted to go for engineering. So I went to actually a number of coaching institutes, Tata, Shivji, to prepare for IIT JEE exam. So it was one day I was just sitting at home, right? And there were a couple of brochures in front of me, Tata, Shivji, and other institutes, right? And at that moment, my other uncle, right, who is also very close to me, he said this to me, Akshay, why don't you do law? Okay? Law earlier, you practice law, you can be a judge, teaching me just that. There are good options.
Yes.
Right? And I said yes to that. I was like, okay, I'll do the law, right? And that was the exact moment when I decided that I'm going for law. So it wasn't a decision which was thought for 10 days or months, right? And then after that, my sister and all were like, Akshay, you just talk to your engineering plan like this, right? I thought about it. Yes, and now I have taken decision that law it is going to be.
Right.
This is how I decided to take law, right? And then the drop years, right? So not many who know me know that I took not 1 year drop, I actually took
I
2 years drop,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, you would know.
I remember having that discussion with you. I myself did not know you took 2 drops. But in
Yeah,
fact, there are a
yeah.
lot of students in my class. They keep telling me कि मैम ड्रॉप लेना तो बहुत ऐसे लेजी टाइप चीजें होती है, ऐसा वैसा. देखो भाई, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. I also took a drop. He also took a drop. We are doing fine in our lives. So drop is not a bad option. So what advice would you give to students about taking a drop first of all? Like how do
I
you
would say
decide?
that if you, yeah. So I would say if you are determined that law it is going to be, you are going to do law, then it makes a lot of sense. If you didn't make it in your first attempt, right? It makes a lot of sense to take a drop here and try again. I tried it one more time, right? I took one more drop here. So for me, I was like, if I'm going to law, yes, I am going to try one more attempt, right?
Yeah.
One more time. And I can say this with a lot of responsibility that it's a completely worth it decision. It's going to be completely worth it, right? When you get the opportunity to do law from top 5 NLU, right? That does create a difference in your life. And the life that you will have in those 5 years and beyond that, for that, I would not hesitate to say that don't take a job here. I would say that do take the job here. Go
So
ahead.
do you think a law degree from an NLU matters more?
I would say yes, it does.
Yeah,
देखो,
I agree.
तैयारी तो एनएलयू में जाने की कर रहे हो. एंट्रेंस एनएलयू का हो रहा है.
हाँ, मतलब नहीं, I mean
Right?
you took 2 drops,
Yeah.
so it would have taken a lot because मतलब relatives वगैरह भी होते हैं कि अरे क्या कर रहे हो, 2 साल घर पे बैठे रहे. तो do you think मतलब preparing 2 years for an NLU is worth it? मतलब लोग UPSC वगैरह के लिए ऐसी प्रिपरेशन करते हैं. तो अच्छा कॉलेज मैटर करेगा आपको लाइफ में. मतलब मैं रैंडम कॉलेज से लॉ कर लूँ और NLU से लॉ कर लूँ. डू यू थिंक दैट वुड मेक अ डिफरेंस कि मैं कौन से कॉलेज से हूँ?
Yes, that will make a difference in terms of a number of things, right? पहला तो आपका एक what law from a top 5 NLU give you is I would also say that if you don't take it to top 5 NLUs, then what are the options, right? It doesn't mean that there is no life outside those top 5 NLUs. So there is a number of things, right? Personality development, which happens in top 5 NLUs. That's different, right? The study material which you get, the resources which you get, the professors, the teachers that you get, the atmosphere, the culture that you get, that does create a difference in your own personality development, right? And last but not the least, rather I would say it is important, the college के नाम से फर्क तो देखो पड़ता है. It's like saying कि whether I would just draw an analogy, whether looks matter or not, right? Some say it don't, right? Some say don't matter, right? But the reality is that we all of us must have faced such scenarios that they do create a difference, right? And what having an NLU tag does is it just makes it easy for you to stand at the entrance,
yes.
Right? अगर आप law firm में जाना चाहते हो, तो it would be easier for you to fetch a job at a law firm when you are from an NLU, right? Rather than from any other college. लेकिन उसके बाद क्या है? उसके बाद it's just you and your performance, what you have within. उसके बाद वो difference create करता है. So to bring you at the entrance gate, I think the college team just create a difference. Yeah. Instrumentally speaking, and in terms of personality development, etc., the culture, etc., of corporate, etc., that's something which is different in top 5 colleges.
I think students also want to know about the corporate culture, like how you get placements in law school and how does it work. So you want to take that up, like how do you get a placement in a good law school?
Yeah, sure. So how does placement happen? So in the culture there is, so the answer to this question will also come with a caveat, right? So yes, there is a culture. There's a culture where a number of students also wants to go to a corporate. Why? Because it's a high-paying job, right? It looks cool saying that I'm a corporate lawyer and your name. You will be working on we would be working on big transactions, right? Big matters of big companies, Flipkart, Walmart merger, and names like that. and what else? Yeah, so that culture is very much there, or students wants to go there, but you need to realize what is your inner calling, right? Where you want to go. Are you sure that you want to go into
Absolutely.
corporate, or you're just someone who is driven by the culture over there, right? So that call you need to make very carefully for yourself,
Right.
so that's up to you for taking your own decisions. Okay? And secondly, how does NLU help you to get a job in a corporate law firm? So usually all the top 7-8 tier law firms which exist in our country, can Sarila Machan Mangaldas, Shardula Machan Mangaldas, Luchra, Trilegal, etc. They go to all these colleges
Yes.
for placements, right? They conduct interviews in the 4th year. Yeah, one more advantage of getting placed is you get placed in your 4th year,
Yeah.
and after that, in your 5th year, you can just chill and relax.
Like
And
you
some of the
did.
law firms also, yeah, and
Ah,
and some of the law firms also give you a signing bonus at the time when you accept their offer, so you can have a lot of money and chill in your 5th year. That's also one more reason to go
right.
for placements, right? But at no point you should let go of your inner calling. That's the caveat it has.
Yeah.
So all these firms, when they come for the interview, you sit for the interview, you sit for the placements. There are a number of reasons why NLUs are good with the placement, because your seniors help you to prepare for the interviews, right? You have good, like I said, resource material, etc. So in terms of that, the culture as a whole, teacher, the students, the juniors creates that culture of
Yeah.
corporate.
Yeah. So, how did your placement happen? Like you applied for it, there was a placement committee. How does the placement culture work at NLIU?
Yeah, so there was a placement coordination committee, right, which also helps you to get internships along with the jobs,
Yes.
right? So I got internship at Lutra in the month of January 2019, and in April 2019, Lutra had to come for the day zero. 6th April was the day zero. I still remember the date because that day was also my birthday. So I got a nice present
Very
that day.
nice.
So 6th April was my interview. So I applied for it. I applied that there was a call for application that Lutra is coming along with the other law firms. Lutra is coming for internship for placement offers on day zero. Right? If you want to apply, send in your CV. You prepare your CV along those first 4 years.
Yeah.
Finally, you submit your CV. The CV gets shortlisted by the HR. You get information that you are shortlisted for the interview that day. You get the timings, and then on that day you sit for the interview. And the next day itself, you get to know whether you are shortlisted or not. And that's how it works.
So, do you think if there are
Instrumentally.
students who do not want to go for placement, should not go for a good college? Like they want to go for litigation and should not worry about what college they would go to? Like, would that not matter?
I would say having a different plans, that does create a difference. Like if you want to go, let's take an example. If you want to prepare for judiciary, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't make a lot at which place you are. If you have resources with yourself, right? You need some basic resources at least. You need a good library. If whatever college you are in can ensure that you have enough resources to go for your plan, I would say it won't create much difference.
Yeah.
In litigation specifically, like you mentioned, in litigation, being from a top tier NLU does not create that much of a difference, right? In litigation, what matters is how good you are, how well prepared you are, right? You have to go before the judge and argue. Your college name doesn't speak that, right?
Yeah.
That only you speak and your preparation speaks, and how much effort you have put in your preparation. That speaks, right? So if you can make sure that you have enough resources and your plans are set, I think you can still achieve your goal from whatever place you are in.
Yeah. But definitely a good law school would give you a holistic approach towards your life. Like you would be able to
Correct.
decide better that what do you want to pursue. Like what I have seen is
Correct.
these colleges that are not doing so much well, students just go to classes, come back. There's no holistic development. There are no moods. There is nothing different to prepare. You just go to
Correct.
classes, come back, give exams. So that approach is not taken, and then you have a laid back approach कि ठीक है बस क्लास जाना है वापस आना है और एग्जाम देना है पास होना है. So I think that definitely also helps. And also in NLUs, you get these client counseling and all of these things that prepare you ki what's coming next, so you can decide better, do you really want to do it. Like in 12th, I also wanted to do corporate, but then I realized not my cup of tea. So like, it's like that also helps you to determine what you want to pursue in life later.
Correct. And additionally, I would say one more thing, that the internship culture over there, right? For example, from my first year to my fourth year, I interned at a lot of places, right?
Yeah.
I interned in litigation. So when you intern at different, sometimes you don't know whether you want to go for corporate, you want to go for litigation, you want to go for judiciary, you don't know that, right?
Yeah.
Your plans are not set from day one. You want to see how things should look like from that perspective and then take a decision. So if you are interning in a litigation office, you can sense, do I belong here? If you are interning by interning at different places, like by working, you realize what interests you. That also is something which is better at NLUs.
So let's talk about preparation. So you were a dropper. So how did you, like, you took 2 drops, you would have realized these are the mistakes I made. How did you prepare for CLAT?
So from year 2013 to 14, I did not take any coaching. I just prepared at home. But there was some medical emergency at home, because of which I couldn't prepare that well. I appeared in the LS. I appeared for 14 PG, like 2014. I couldn't clear it. In my second attempt, at that time, actually, in 2014, I was getting another college. I was getting a college which is Amity Law School, Delhi, which was back then affiliated to GGSIT.
Yeah.
Right. But again, my uncle tells me, no, going for one more drop here and doing a law from NLU would make more sense. It would be better off, right? Doesn't matter if you do one more year. You should do it from a good place, right? So in my second attempt for 2015, I took coaching. I took coaching at offline coaching, right, from in Delhi itself at my place. So my coaching helped me. So the key things which I would say while preparing in a drop years are twofold. One is the consistency, right? You need to be consistently working. Your consistency matters a lot. Secondly, I would say tracking your progress.
Yeah.
From one day, you can't score good marks from mock tests, right?
Yes.
Take a lot of mock tests. Track your preparation. Analyze your mocks very well. Analyze all of your tests. Attempt as many questions as you can. So, attempting question is something which was suggested to me by my teachers back then. Like, attempting questions will actually tell you what are your weaknesses, what are your strengths. So, attempt as many questions as you can. You can target solving 20, 30, at least one mock per day would be 120, 150 questions per day. That's something you should go for.
Yeah. So let's talk section wise. Let's start with legal reasoning. What would you suggest for legal reasoning? Like, how does a student prepare for it? Like, things that they could keep in mind.
So firstly, I would say complete your theory part. Right? There is some part of the theory, Indian Contracts Act basis, constitutional law basis. Take some days, right? Complete your theory part, and then you can start solving questions. When you solve questions, you would know what areas are weak, what areas are strong.
Right.
For the first couple of months, right, for 2, 3, 4 months, that is the time to focus on your weak areas.
Right.
After then, when you are closer to the exam, that is the time to focus on your strong areas. By the time I expect you would have made your weak areas also as your average or better of it, their strong areas. That is the time to focus on your strong areas. So that's how I would suggest it. Do your theory part, attempt questions, and side by side, you can never miss out on current legal developments.
Yeah.
You need to continuously refer to some of the websites, for example, bar and bench, life law, contemporary legal development. Because nowadays, what CLAT does is it just, I think, gives a passage from any news development and asks questions from that. So you need to keep a track of all that.
Right. So, and a lot of students are afraid of current affairs. Like, they're not able to retain what they're studying. There's too much of current affairs. Like, everything under the sun they are to retain. So what do you suggest for that? Like, how do they prepare for CA?
I would say refer to more than one resource, right? And revise. Revision is the key, right? One thing which is essential is reading newspaper every day. You need to read newspaper. Secondly, you can also watch some YouTube videos, because some students can retain what they read, right?
Yes.
Some students can retain what they listen or what they watch.
Yes.
So you can watch some videos on YouTube. I'm sure you do create some videos on current papers also. You definitely watch Kriti's videos, right?
Thank you. Yes.
So watch videos. You can. This is something which is daily done and weekly done. And at the end of each month, you can also refer to some of the magazines which gives you legal developments of monthly legal current affairs, or all the current affairs basically.
Yes. And then keep revising.
So these are the three. Keep revising, yeah. Revision is the key in current affairs.
Because the students are like, we forget it. It's in the exam, we have studied it somewhere, but we don't remember the exact number, and then we answer it wrongly. वो नहीं ही सही हो रहा है. So I think for that you need to keep revising it, keep studying it again and again. कितना ही boring हो, आप उसे फिर से पढ़ो ताकि आपको retain हो जाए आपके दिमाग में आपने क्या चीज़ करनी है. So retaining, how to retain? Tanisha is asking how to retain compendium CA. So I think you keep
keep revising, and don't. I would say that forgetting happens, and it's not just with you; it's with the IR1 as well, and it's with everyone. It happens with everyone. This is the case with everyone. So the only thing is you can keep referring to it again and again and again and again. So at some point of time, it will fit in. It will stick to your mind. This was the thing, right? And one more thing is just. Instead of just remembering the number, just remembering the news, right? Remember the story behind the news. It again helps you in retaining it better. For example, if let's say ISRO sends a satellite, right? You would like to read more about the satellites, more about the ISRO, more about same kinds of satellites. So it would help you in remembering that satellite better. It's a go behind the story of the news.
Yes, agreed, 100%. And now coming to the most dreaded subjects by the students, which is mathematics. So what do you say for that? How do students go about their maths preparation?
Mathematics is, I think, the equation is pretty simple, right? Just practice. Just practice. There's no other alternative.
Yeah.
Right? I would just, this is my personal opinion, right? Others may have others' opinion as well. I don't usually go with the short tricks of solving questions, right? If your basics are clear, you can crack any question, right? So focus on your basics and attempt any questions. Don't worry too much about the short tricks, right? They don't, but this is again my personal opinion. They don't come that handy while and at the pressure you are in life solving CLAT, right? Yeah. There you will remember the basics, the basics formula, what's the A plus B. Whole square formula, right? You would remember that. So I would say just do with your theory part, the formula, etc., and then keep practicing. There's no other
alternative to it. Correct. Now coming to English and CR. So what suggestion do you have for the students?
English. I think I would say that my suggestion for English and also for CR is the same thing. You need to do your theory part first and then jump in the battlefield, solve questions, solve mocks, and then realize where are your mistakes, right? And that's the way to go about CLAT as whole. You need to give time to every subject, right? Complete your homework and then jump into the battlefield, solve questions, and then see what your weaknesses. Then you can, if you have a specific question regarding, ma'am, I got this question wrong. This assertion reason question wrong. How did I get it wrong? Analyzing helps a lot, right? Analyzing not just how you got the question wrong, we should also analyze how you got it right.
Right.
You should get the question right for the right reason.
Absolutely.
So, exactly. Analyzing the questions and attempting it and preparing. You're doing your own homework. That's, I think, should be the way to do.
So now the CLAT exam is in December this year. So there's just 4 or 5 months left. Do you think students can clear the exam in this span of time?
Definitely. Yeah, they can definitely do it. One thing is given that you may need to work, or you need to tell yourself that if you are starting preparation today, one thing is given that you need to work a little harder than someone who has started the preparation 6 months back. But that doesn't mean that you can't clear it. You can definitely clear it. Work hard, but as well as work smart also.
Yeah.
Smartly done hard work gives you the
leverage
result that you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense. So also someone's asking salary packages after placements. So Akshay,
The
please.
most awaited topic comes
Yes, the
in.
money. How
Money
much money
matter.
are we
Yeah,
making?
exactly.
Yeah.
It depends what you want to do. If
Mm-hmm.
you want to go into litigation, the starting salary is not that great, right? You are, if in terms, I were to mention figures, you are likely to get something. If you are doing it, let's say, I will give you an idea of around Delhi and around areas, right? If you're starting litigation, you can get from 20-25 to 35 to 40.
Yeah.
This is from where the starting can be, right? If you are going for, let's say, corporate, right? And the money, really, you can see there's a smile on our faces, right? Corporate, especially the tier one law firms, pays you better than most of the options out there, right? The salary packages in tier one law firms, I would say, are from 95 to 105, 110,000 per
Per
month.
month.
So around 1 lakh, you can
Yeah.
imagine, right? It is around that. So this is the starting. Then comes tier two law firms. They offer you somewhere from 60 to 90. That's the range of the law firms.
Right. All right, cool. So someone's asking what should be the daily schedule for someone who's preparing for CLAT?
Daily schedule. I would say that if you are able to carve out 4 to 6 hours a day per client, that's more than enough, right?
Yeah.
4 to 6 hours. Now, as to what, that's up to you, right? Where you want to fit in those 4 to 5 hours. Some like to, some are nocturnal, like me. They want to stay awake late at night, so that's the time which they prefer. Someone wants to study in the morning schedule, so 4 to 5, 6 hours wherever you can fit in.
Yeah.
You need to focus on all the subjects, right? You need to give the deserving time to all the subjects.
Right.
If you can take care of these things, if you can make your plan, right, that it requires two things: short-term goals and long-term goals. Short-term goals means by today, by the end of this week, I
Of
should
course.
I should be done with this much of the syllabus. I should be, these are my plans. I should achieve these targets. Long-term means in 1 month and in next 2 months, 4 months, this is my target. So if you are clear with your short-term goals, long-term goals, and daily schedule, right? I think you should go ahead with it.
I
Just
also
give
add.
time to every subject.
Right.
You can that's you personally can decide what time schedule I want to give to this
Right.
subject.
So I'll take on this question a little bit more. So see,
Yeah.
I think you cannot have a timetable per se कि 6 बजे उठो 6:15 तक अपना काम धाम करके आप बढ़िया नाश्ता वास्ता करके बैठ जाओ पढ़ने के लिए फिर 1 घंटा पढ़ो. Don't do that because you'll never be able to follow it. ये पूरी दुनिया करती है, एक उनके दरवाजे में चिपका रहता है, वो कभी उस चीज़ को फॉलो नहीं करते. Don't do that. Make a to-do list that you have to do today. Like for example, if you give a mock today, you realize कि आपका इंग्लिश बहुत वीक था, इसमें आपका करंट अफेयर्स बहुत वीक था, तो यू मेक अ टू डू लिस्ट कि आज करंट अफेयर्स के 5 टॉपिक्स हैव टू कवर, आई हैव टू कवर इंग्लिश के 2 पैसेजेस आई सॉल्व. जस्ट एक रियलिस्टिक आप लिस्ट बना लो कि ये मेरे को आज करना है. यू स्टार्ट मार्किंग इट. यू विल हैव अ सेंस ऑफ गुड फीलिंग कि यार मैंने देखो आज इतनी पढ़ाई करी है, आई हैव डन माई बिट. एंड सेकेंडली समथिंग्स हैव टू बी डन डेली. सो आप ईच डे करंट अफेयर्स को दोगे ही दोगे, कंपेंडियम रिविजन या न्यूज़पेपर रीडिंग वट एवर इट इज़. टाइम बाउंड होना चाहिए कि 45 मिनट्स में आई हैव टू कंप्लीट द न्यूज़पेपर. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, डू 2 subjects alternate days. Like for example, today you can take legal and critical reasoning, tomorrow you can take maths and English. CA तो आप रोज कर ही रहे हो, so that way you can complete it. रोज का आप अपना डेली गोल बनाओ. जैसे आपका वीकेंड आता है, आपने एक मॉक दिया, आप हो सकता है उस मॉक में कम आए हो, पिछले से ज़्यादा आए हो, सो यू सिट डाउन एंड यू एनालाइज दैट कि व्हाट डिड यू डू रॉन्ग, व्हाई डिड यू स्कोर लेस, व्हाट वाज द प्रॉब्लम दिस टाइम, डिड यू नॉट रिवाइज करेक्टली. अब वो सब आप अपनी मॉक कॉपी में लिखो एंड देन नेक्स्ट वीक का टाइम टेबल आप उस हिसाब से बना सकते हो. यार इस मॉक में मेरे इन सब्जेक्ट्स में कम थे, तो दीज 2 सब्जेक्ट्स हैव टू बी टेकन सीरियसली दिस पर्टिकुलर वीक. सो दैट इज हाउ यू कैन गो अबाउट योर प्रिपरेशन रादर देन मेकिंग योर टाइम टेबल कि 1 घंटा मुझे ये पढ़ना है, 1 घंटा मुझे वो पढ़ना है. मेक अ टू डू लिस्ट एंड स्टार्ट लाइक कंप्लीट चेकिंग देम ऑफ, एंड देन दैट विल ऑल्सो गिव यू अ सेंस ऑफ फीलिंग कि यू आर ऑन द राइट ट्रैक. दैट विल हेल्प यू मोर. Are only compendiums enough for CA? अच्छा, some of the students are asking 12th and CLAT manage करना कैसे होता है, like how to go about that, managing 12th and CA, CLAT.
Yeah, that's a very serious concern, right?
Yes.
Students also have their homework to do, their school studies, and the
Yeah.
CLAT preparation as well. So yeah, one thing is clear that you will have to do a lot of management, right? You will have to manage your school with your along with your CLAT preparation. So you need to focus. You need to focus on when you get time from school, right? Let's say schools are having vacations, right? When there are exams in schools, you give more time to school, and after exams there are vacations. You devote that time to class, right? So that's an academic calendar for next 5, 6 months, whatever time is left. You need to make that for yourself, right? That's as far as long term is concerned. For short terms, I would say. When time management on a daily basis is concerned, that is very important. Daily, you should give time to class,
Yes.
right? You cannot say that no, schooling is. I would give more time to schooling. Will not give time to class. So giving time to class is again very important. And like ma'am said, you need to have a to-do list, right? Instead of just looking at the clock, right? I need to do English for 1 hour. That is that's not that as good as having a to-do list, right? I need to do these things today,
Yeah.
right? You will have to engineer a lot on your to-do list because that will have a lot from school and for a CLAT preparation.
Right.
That is something which you should focus on, right? You need to analyze what CLAT requires,
Yeah.
what I need to, what's the syllabus of CLAT, what I need to do. You fit in that in your daily schedule, right? And you then go ahead with your to-do list.
Right. Aditya, Akshay has taken that question covering CA, so there has to be more than one resource. You could refer to compendiums, YouTube videos, or any particular educator that you want to follow for current affairs, and that is how you cover it. So last 5 minutes for this class, guys. We'll have to end it. We'll have Akshay once again though. But before going, let's just talk a little bit about law school and the fun at law school, Akshay. So how was your experience at NLIU Bhopal? Do you wish to share that? So that students are motivated to get into a good law school.
Yeah, sure, definitely. So I'll say that if I ever write an autobiography for myself, the chapter spent at NLIU Bhopal will be titled as the best 5 years of my life.
Oh my God.
Right, and it will be the best 5 years of your life. Right, we spoke a lot about studies, teachers. Right, it gives you good resources, and knowledgeable, empathetic, and experienced teachers, right? Outside that, it gives you a great life to live at National Law School. It gives you a great sports complex. So whatever you want to play, there are great sports complex, right? Obviously, the campus, etc., depends on which and where you are going.
And it's raining right here in Bhopal right now, so NLIU Bhopal would be like gleaming with...
Awesome. The best.
Yeah, I remember.
Campus-wise, I mean, number of other stuff in NLIU Bhopal are the best.
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that and the friends that you will get, right?
And classes ki masti.
Those friends will be. Sorry, classes की मस्ती, right? Class में, class के बाहर, the night life.
कॉफी पीने के लिए जा रहे हो आप 10-10 मिनट के ब्रेक्स में. चलो अक्षय कॉफी पी आते हैं.
Yeah, exactly.
5 मिनट
Exactly. कभी 10 मिनट का ब्रेक है, कभी 20 मिनट का ब्रेक है, कभी लेट हो रहे हैं क्लास में. So all of it is going to be completely worth it. You will realize that taking a drop here was the best decision of your life. I did realize that.
And a law school, like a good law school, will give you all of this. बाकी आपको random college में ये सब चीजें नहीं मिलती हैं. आप क्लासेस
इतना नहीं मिलेगा.
हाँ. मतलब I remember I used to text you about moods and everything. Akshay mood है क्या कर रहे हैं? Yeah. So Akshay and I have been friends in college. So it is a great experience. You have to enjoy that journey and that gives you so much development. You मतलब आप सिर्फ पढ़ाई के पर्सपेक्टिव से नहीं बढ़ते हो NLU जाके स्पेशली, आपको लाइफ में इतनी चीज़ सीखने को मिलती है ना. मतलब आई रिमेंबर पीपल यूज टू बी क्राइंग कि अरे ये इस दोस्त ने वो कर दिया, ये कर दिया, वो कर दिया. एंड यूज टू लिव इन द सेम हॉस्टल एंड सम डेज
the hostel life. Yeah.
हाँ, I know hostel life was crazy. Like someday someone used to come to you and be like कि अरे ये तो बहुत बेकार इंसान है, ऐसा वैसा है. Next day you see them having lunch together. And you're like what just happened? Yesterday तो ये अभी अपन रो रहे थे इस बात पे. So it is amazing. It's a great place to learn.
ये तो फिर भी ठीक है मैम. Next day you see them dating also.
You can't talk about this. But anyway, all in good faith. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that also happened. Well, that's another story. But yeah, law schools give you a lot of perspective in life, and I think once you're there, you're like, where are we and why are we here? But once you're out, you realize how lucky you were to be in that place, to
Yeah,
have cleared that
yeah,
exam,
exactly.
and it gave you a lot of perspective in life. It made you grow into the person that you are today, and a good law school will definitely give you that. So, alright, guys.
I totally second that.
Yeah, so we'll end this session here. We'll have Akshay again if you have any other questions, guys. And anything that you want to add to this, Akshay? Last thing you want to tell the students?
I would just say that all the best. Like, do prepare, right? If you have to take it off here, go ahead with that. It will be completely worth it. You will definitely never regret going in.
I think the internet. So I guess this is stuck, guys. Anyway, I'll see you at the 10 p.m. session. Thank you so much, Akshay, and take care, guys.